I try to hide between the days, change my roads, change my ways. Thought distance might erase my past. If I move quick enough, maybe I'd last. But mercy doesn't lose the trail. Love reads every broken mail. Even where I try to disappear, you already met me there. Grace knows my address, every place I've been, even the rooms I locked away. You walked right in. I thought I lost my welcome mat, but you never left my side. Grace knows my address, and that's where hope resides.
I'll measure faith and answer prayers, but you were faithful in the unanswered. You stay close in ordinary hours, turn my waiting into power.
I learned you don't forget a soul. You don't confuse the lost with whole. You don't love me from afar. You love me where I are. If I wander, if I stray, mercy reroutes every way. No wrong turn outruns your sight. No dark road outruns your light. Grace knows my address, knows my history, knows the weight I never say, still chooses me. Now every step I walk in truth, every breath baptized. Grace knows my address, and it leads me back to life. Grace knows my address, knows my history, knows the weight I never say, still chooses me. Now every step I walk in truth, every breath baptized. Grace knows my address, and it leads me back to life. I was never hard to find. I was always on your mind.
I prayed with words I didn't finish. Faith felt thin, my heart diminished. The sky stayed still, no answers came. I thought the quiet meant no change, but in the weight I couldn't bear, you were already standing there. Not fixing things the way I planned, just holding me with nail-scarred hands. He carried the silence when I had no song. He carried the question I'd held for so long. When heaven felt distant and hope felt undone, he carried the silence so I wouldn't run. and gave me His peace. He carried the cross so my fear could release. Now even the quiet reminds me of grace. He carried the silence and called in my place. He carried the silence. He carried the silence and gave me His peace. He carried the cross so my fear could release. Now even the quiet reminds me of grace. He carried the silence and called in my place. I'm not alone in unanswered prayers. He carried the silence. He's always there.
I asked the road where I belong, chased the right, avoided wrong. I tried to name my destiny before I knew you knew me. I ran ahead of every sign, thought the timing had to be mine. But every step I tried to play still landed in your hand. I was found before I searched, loved before I learned. You wrote my name in grace before my faith was earned. I thought I'd reach you on my own, but you had already come. I was found before I searched, by the love of the Son.
I measure truth by how I felt, built my hope on what I dealt. But you stayed constant, sure and kind, when my heart kept changing sides. You weren't waiting at the end, you walked with me through where I've been. Every doubt became a door you stepped through first.
If tomorrow breaks my plans, I still rest in where I stand. Not in answers, not in sight, but in love that found my life. I was found before I searched, held before I turned. Now my story breathes with hope from every lesson learned. I don't chase what's already mine, I walk within your truth. I was found before I searched, and I belong to you. I didn't reach heaven alone, heaven reached me first. I didn't reach heaven alone, heaven reached me first. I was found before I searched, loved before I learned. You wrote my name in grace before my faith was earned.
I stood outside my yesterday with borrowed courage, borrowed faith. Every knock felt unsure and slow, afraid of what you'd say no to.
Grace was already on the floor, like welcome mats I didn't earn.
Before my hand could touch the frame, love called me in by name. You're the door you never closed. When I walked the other road, every fear said stay away, but mercy pulled me close. I thought I'd gone too far to return, but your heart never froze. You're the door you never closed. I tried to pay for peace and tears, tried to outrun my wasted years. But you don't count the steps I fell, you count the ones that led me home. No lecture waiting on the other side, just open arms and open life.
I didn't knock the perfect way, still you let me stay.
If grace were earned,
I'd still be lost.
I'd still be
If love
lost.
had limits, I'd pay the cost.
But you rewrote the ending page and called my coming home a celebration. You're the door you never closed, not even when I chose my own. I came back weak, I came back worn, but you received me whole. Now every breath, every tomorrow is proof my heart still knows. You're the door you never closed. I walked in broken, I live forgiven. I walked in broken, I live forgiven. I walked in broken, I live forgiven. I walked in broken, I live forgiven.
I thought faith was always moving, always climbing, always strong. But you met me in the stillness, when the road felt far too long. I kept praying for a shortcut. You were teaching me to stay, showing me that waiting is not a wasted place. When God waits with me, I am not alone. The silence is not empty, it's a holy home. I don't have to hurry, I don't have to flee. Heaven slows its heartbeat when God waits with me.
I measured whole by open doors, but you sat beside the closed.
You didn't rush the promise, you just let your presence show. You turned my restless breathing into peace I couldn't
fear begins to cease. I don't need the outcome, I already have peace. Not because the storm is gone, but because you'll never leave. Heaven holds the moment when God waits with me. When God waits with me, I am not alone. The silence is not empty, it's a holy home. I don't have to hurry, I don't have to flee. Heaven slows its heartbeat when God waits with me. I'm not behind, I'm not late, I'm right where love is staying. I ran out of reasons to believe. Every prayer felt incomplete. I counted losses, not the scars. I forgot how close you are. I spoke my doubt into the dark, thought my faith had missed its mark. But even when